Hi everyone, this is Tuesday, June 2nd, Lesson 8, Coordinate Pairs and Patterns. Our target for today is I can generate a number pattern from a given rule and plot the points. So you're going to be given a rule for X and Y, and we are going to figure out what the coordinate points are, and then we are going to plot them on our coordinate plane. Okay. So I hope you have a paper and pencil ready to go. First, our vocabulary is generate, to create. So today we will create a number pattern from a rule that's given and then plot the points using our prior knowledge of the X and Y axis. And before we begin, let's do some fluency multiples of 7 today. Are you ready? Here we go. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84. And I always tell you how important it is to practice fluency, so keep that going. It's so important, so good for you for all of your lessons that you have coming up and for your future. Okay, so before we begin today's lesson, let's review our prior lessons, what we did. The x-axis, it's horizontal, side to side, and always listed first in the pair. The y-axis is vertical, going up and down, and always listed second in the pair. So your example, 4, 6. 4 is the x, 6 is the y. Okay, and they can be listed on a given line, and when they're given a line, sometimes they label it with a letter. In this case, I'm showing you it can be on line M, for example. Okay, so let's begin today by these given rules, for example. So, problem 1, create coordinate pairs from rules. Okay, so we're going to plot the points after we figure out what they're saying to do with the rule for A through E, and then we're going to plot them on the coordinate plane. So y is equal to x. What does that mean? That x and y are equal. So is 2 and 2 okay? 0 and 0, 1 and 1, x and y have to be the same. They're equal. That's what A is saying. So let's come over here and draw our origin first and mark our, oh, there we go, and mark our x and y axis. X horizontal, y vertically. Let's label. My highest number here is 7. I'm going to go up to 10 today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and on the y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now we are ready to plot points once we figure out what each rule is. So y is equal to x. Is this a true statement? 2 is the same as 2? Yes, it is. So x goes first, y goes second. Your rule is over and up each time. So over 2, up 2. This is going to be my A, and I'm going to label it A. B, y is 1 more than x. So y is the second one. I'm going to make x, and I'm going to make a y up here, separated with a comma, so we keep the numbers separate. Okay, so we have 3. Is 4 1 more than 3? It sure is. So I'm going to go plot over 3, up 4. And we're going to label that B. C, y is 5 times x. Is 5 times more than 1? Yes, it is. Over 1, up 5. In that order, x first always, y is always second. We're going to label that C. D, y is 1 more than 3 times x. Remember, we do multiplying first. So we're going to say if they gave me 2, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 more, gives me 7. Over 2, up 7. Here we go. Plotting our point and labeling it D. And our last one, E. Y is 1 less than 2 times. So let's do our 2 times first. 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 less would be 3. So this is also correct. Over 2, up 3. We're going to label that E. And there's all of our points labeled. This is our rules for each point. These are our coordinate pairs labeled with the x and the y, and then we plotted them and we labeled them with A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so let's do this one together. We have we're going to make a line A, a line B, and a line C. So here we go. For line A, we have 0, 3, and 8. They said y is 2 more than x. 0 plus 2 is 2. When they say more than, we're adding 2. So 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. 8 plus 2 is 10. Let's plot that. Remember, over and up. X is over. Y is up and down. Okay. 0, this is tricky. 0. We didn't go anywhere on the x-axis, so we stay right where we are, and the y is going up 2 points, or 2. So here's that one. The next one is 3 over 3 up to 5. And my last one for A is over 8 up to 10. And then with a straight edge, which I'm going to try very hard to make this the straightest line that I can, hitting all the points. You can use a ruler. Okay, it should be very straight. And this should be labeled A. Line A. Here's line A. And as you could tell, they use like the italics or the cursive of A, B, and C when they're labeling their lines sometimes. So this is labeled A. B, 0. B says y is 2 times the x. All right, 0 times 2 is 0. 4 times 2 is the rule, 8. 7 times 2 is 14. Let's plot those. 0 times 2 is 0, right on the origin. We never left it. 4, we're going over 4, and we're going up 8. This is really good practice on plotting points, as well as figuring out what the rule is. And 7 times 2 is 14. Over to 7, up to 14. Again, I'm going to try to make a very straight line through the point. Oops, sorry guys. It's really hard to make these lines, but I'm going to try because I don't have a ruler. And it should go right through those points, and this is going to be B. And our last line, C. y is 1 more than x doubled. You always have to do your multiplying first, so, or repeated addition. If I doubled 0, it would be 0 plus 1 is 1. 3, double 3, 3 times 2 plus 1 is 7. Okay, and 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13, and let's plot those points. 0, 1. 0, again, we didn't go anywhere, we just went on the y up 1. That's my first point. 3 and 7, over 3, up to the 7. Right here. Okay, and my last one, 6 and 13. I'm over to 6, and I'm up to the 13, right here. Okay. So I'm going to try to, again, go through my points as straight as I can. And we're going to label that line C. And that's, so we recognized what the rule was for A, B, and C. We figured out what the Y was. We plotted our points, X and Y, and we connected our lines, or our dots, to make our certain lines. Okay, moving along. Okay, now I want you to try this on your own and come back to the video and see how you did. And we'll then go over your answers. I'm going to fill in the x-axis points, and you complete the y, and then plot your points and draw your line. Okay, here we go. Giving you a few minutes to do it. Takes a little bit. Careful, and remember to go the x first, over and up for y. Okay, I hope you paused and completed and came back. So let's figure out what these are on the y. It says here 3 more. Create a table of 3 values for x and y such that this is your rule, y coordinate is 3 more than the corresponding x. So here's my x, 3 more. 0 plus 3 is 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay, and how do we write those? The x goes first with a comma to separate your numbers. Your y is 3. The next one, 4 comma 7. And your next one should be 6 comma 9. I hope you got those correct, following the rule that was given. Okay, now let's plot each point on the coordinate plane. This is called your coordinate plane, like I said in past lessons. Oops. Okay, so 0 over 0, so we don't go anywhere, and we go up 3. Okay, that's our first point. Our next one, over 4, up 7. Here we go. And our last one, over 6, up 9. Over 6, up 9. Always going over first for your x and going up for your y. And there you have it. And then you're going to draw your nice straight line that Miss Ella is going to try to attempt. Should actually go through it a little bit better than that. Okay. It should go through the points. Okay. All right, because it says use a straight edge to draw a line connecting these points. Okay. So you have your origin, your X and your Y. You looked at your rule, you followed your rule, and you found your Y coordinate point. You wrote your X and your Y coordinate pairs, and then you plotted them and drew your line. Nice job. Okay, let's go over our target. I can generate a number pattern from a given rule and plot the points. That's exactly what we just did. So let's review our important things that we need to do for this lesson and the other lessons that we've learned. And we're going to review what we did. And I know this sounds like a lot of repetition, but it's what you need to know so you can label and know your coordinate pairs and how to label them and how to plot them. Okay, so first you're going to label your X and your Y and your origin. 2, you're going to find the X and the Y numbers according to the rule given, and then draw your straight lines to connect the points once you plot those points, once you plot those coordinate pairs. Okay, so have a great night and miss all of you. Complete your homework. If you have any problems, here's my email. Feel free to email me anytime.